Shalom, family. Welcome to On Purpose Ministries, where we, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, help you, my brothers and sisters, find your purpose so you can live in purpose, walk in purpose, do everything on purpose. I am your sister Rashida, and we welcome you. So, here with this last word concerning all that I have, the Father has used me to speak about today, and the title of this is There will be no blocking this communication. God will bring them to you once He's through with them. They are sitting at His feet. It's time to address it. So, this is the last word today concerning all the Father has been speaking to me since last week about where you and your spouse and those involved in this union stands. The revelation he has given concerning what he has been exposing in this season. I'm going to say it again. Fall is a season of preparation, reconciliation, and restoration. We're on day 4 of our Joel 2 and 25 30-day prayer challenge. And God has been speaking. If you want to join it, it's not too late. Click the Shopify link in the description box and download the free PDF file. Now back to the word. God has been speaking heavily about communication and announcements. Remember, from the first word released today about you make a difference in the distance, towards the end, I mentioned that there will be a performance. God is starting that with getting them to first look within themselves so that they can see the errors of their ways and causing them to look around at the people around them to see what demonic influences have been influencing them. He is causing them to look again, and while doing this, he is setting them down and dealing with them, bringing them to a quiet place where they can hear. And that's why you need to resist the urge to interfere. God is making it all clear in this hour. So, as I mentioned before, one of the first steps in reconciliation is communication. It's a sit down where you and that person work out your differences. Just like the word I released before this about no more convincing. In that dream, the woman was talking to her God ordained spouse about what had happened. And just like the other dreams I have shared recently about the counterfeit always being in the way of their communication, but now they're not able to interfere. Nothing will hold them back from reaching out to you. God says, I am putting I am putting the finishing, touches on this. Don't go to them. Let me present them to you. Let me bring them to you. Let me surprise you. For the past week, I have been seeing these numbers, and I kept ignoring them because you know how it is when you see something over and over. You're like, okay, Father, okay, but I'm like, I hear you, but I know He really wanted me to speak on it. I have to make sure before I speak on anything. And I'm like, okay, Father, but I just kept going on by my way. But He wouldn't let any of this go that I'm speaking about today. He wouldn't give me rest until I got before Him concerning this because I was trying to ignore it and just keep moving. But everywhere I looked, I saw the numbers 1255, 107, 104, 611, and 612, which all deals with a form of communication and announcement. So let's look at these numbers right quick. 1255 in the Greek Strong Concordance means to talk throughout a company that is conversed or generally published. Remember the other words that have been released, the Lilo and Stitch and the Just Right word about having several sit downs, how God will cause many people who was once against the union or did not understand it, the importance and the purpose of this union to work on your behalf. There's nothing for you to do. No more convincing from you. You're done your part. 107 and 104 both means letters. 611 means to conclude for oneself, to respond, to begin to speak. It says where an address is expected. They have to address it. They have to speak about it. They're no longer able to ignore what it is that God has been revealing to them. It means to answer. 612 means a answer in response. Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you what this communication means concerning this word. And we will speak more about it soon when the Father released me to speak it. But right now, I'm going to make this quick and get out of your way. Your spouse is responding to the Father's call. They are making up their minds to follow and surrender to Him. They are seeking him for further instructions. They are sitting at his feet, surrendering to him, laying it all out to him. He is dealing with their hearts. It's a time of reflection, of looking back over the mistakes they have made, where they went wrong, the errors of their ways. They're in shame and deep regret about how all of this has played out. They're struggling to face you, but God is fixing their hearts. They're struggling to look at God, knowing that He is the one who sent you, and they didn't come up against you, but they was really coming up against God. So they're struggling with that, and they're in shame. He is doing this quick. It won't take long, the work that He is doing in them. It won't be like your journey. You did all the work. You laid, you sowed, you tilled the ground, you put the seed, planted the seeds. You did the work. So their journey of God restoring them and healing them won't, their cleansing won't take as long as yours did. Remember, sudden revelation. He is calling them to Him, and they will respond well because they can't come back to you before unless they first face God. So before they come to you, before God presents them to you, before God sends them back to you, they have to face the one who sent you, the one they ignored, the one they rejected, the one they refused to surrender to. Because remember, it's not you who do these things. It was the Father doing them through you. There are things that needs to be addressed. And after their time with God, then they will address you. So God is saying they will respond to me, sit with me, learn from me, and come to me. There will be several meetings because there is a lot to repair. They didn't just hurt you, but many others who God sent to warn them. You may have been one of the main ones He used, but you weren't the only one that God used concerning this. Many people were affected by their decisions that they made. They hurt and wronged many, so there will be a sit down where they will have to address a large setting. The people they have wronged and turned against you, people uh, that who also have came up against you and caused division on this journey because they all played a part in it. But so communication is coming in many ways in the form of letters because some will struggle with expressing how they feel. They won't be able to form the words or sentences, and they want to make sure that they say everything right. Some through text, email, phone calls, and some face to face. This is not only concerning your spouse reaching out to you, but remember, the ones who played a part in the separation and division will soon begin to speak. God is setting things in order. There will be no more convincing. Those who believe the lie will come back and make it right. All of the things that has happened over the years will be addressed. There will be nothing for you to do on your end. Let them all come back to you. God will give you instructions on when to respond and how to move. All of this has to be addressed before moving forward. He is dealing with their hearts, the hearts of all involved. Remember, not everyone had ill intentions. They just chose to believe the lie. And now God is dealing with them and is um restoring these relationships and bringing them back together so He can complete this. He allowed the division to happen on this journey concerning you, your spouse family, and your family. He allowed the division to happen so that everything that wasn't of Him could be revealed, could be exposed, could be uprooted. And now it's time to address it. All of the lies, the rumors, the false accusation, deceptions, it's time to address it before they come to you. They have to face God. They have to face Him. So communication is being open in the midst of the separation that God is separating them from these counterfeits, from these witches, from these warlocks, from the people pretending to be of Him, from these wolves in sheep clothing. God said, in the midst of that separation, I am opening up communication in this form. God is bringing it all together. He says it's time to address it. No more sweeping it under the rugs. No more pretending like it never happened. No more pretending like nobody knows what's going on. But God said it's time to address it. This is a thing that can no longer be ignored. This is a thing that can no longer be avoided. God says it's time for them to face me because I sent you to warn them. I sent you to speak those things. I sent you to do those things in my name. And they didn't reject you, they rejected me. They didn't abandon you, they abandoned me. They didn't turn their backs on you, they turned their backs on me. They refused to take heed to the warning. So God says this is a thing that no longer can be ignored. So, family, that's it for this word. Take it back to the Father. Everything that has been spoken today, go back and study the word and just present it to the Father. But anyways, that's it for the Father. I'm gonna get out your way. Y'all have a blessed day. Shalom.